You're firing today at Rugeley Trent Valley Railway Station on the West Coast Main Line, and today's video is going to be a chase on the West Coast Main Line as I'm chasing 2Z01. Crewe to Watford Junction, then it goes back to Crewe. I don't know what I'm chasing at the moment is, but I think I have a feeling it could be Caroline and a class 37. All I know is it's coming on its way down, so I'm going to catch the 0942 London North Western Railway service to Rugby, and let's see what we're chasing at Rugby. So we have now made it to Rugby on the West Coast Main Line. Now 2Z01 was following my train down towards Rugby, so it should be due any minute now, so we'll see what we're chasing today. I thought it was Caroline at class 37, to be honest. It's 37418 and Caroline's in inspection Saloon. We shall be chasing that down to Watford Junction. Now between Rugeley Trent Valley and Rugby, I have planned today's video because I was planning to chase a diesel multi-unit from Wolverton to Corker Hill 5S07, but that got cancelled. So instead, I'm chasing the 37 Caroline down to Watford Junction. So I'm going to wait for the 1046 London North Western Railway service. The next location I've got planned is Leighton Buzzard. So this part of the West Coast Main Line I don't really focus on as much, but this is the southern end of the West Coast Main Line, and we have arrived at Leighton Buzzard station. It's honestly a nice station, to be honest with you. Now the update on the class 37. Unfortunately my train out of Rugby had to go on the Northampton loop, so we had to go by Northampton. Unfortunately when you're at Northampton station, the train is booked to stop there for 10 minutes. That's how they pathed it, to be honest. But luckily we have overtaken the 37 Caroline just north of Bletchley station. I'm actually here a bit earlier because it doesn't pass through Leighton Buzzard till 12:29, and I got here about 11:45, so plenty of time. So let's get Caroline and the 37 passing through Leighton Buzzard. So that was lovely seeing that class 37, 37418 and Caroline passing through Leighton Buzzard station. Now unfortunately I've got one location planned, and that location is Watford Junction itself. When the class 37 Caroline's got to arrive at Watford Junction, turn around and then go up the West Coast Main Line back to Crewe. The good thing is though, it's got to be looped at Kings Langley. So I'm waiting for the 1242 London North Western Railway service to London Euston, and let's go to Watford Junction. So we have now made it to Tring. Now unfortunately I'm not going to Watford Junction now because I have found out that the Class 37 Caroline did not get looped at King's Langley. Instead it went straight to Watford Junction. It's just turned around and it's going up north now. So instead I'm going to get off at Berkhamsted to get the Caroline, the Class 37, passing through there instead. Now I wasn't expecting that, to be honest, but it did have a fast turnaround at Watford Junction. It's just gone through Berkhamsted, so I made it to Berkhamsted. And Berkhamsted is a nice station, to be honest with you. But we are going to get Caroline, the Class 37 now, as they're heading northbound through Berkhamsted. So it's nice seeing that Class 37 Caroline passing through Berkhamsted. Was meant to be Watford Junction, but unfortunately it ran early. So I do have one more location planned, and unfortunately I tried to plan somewhere else, but unfortunately it can only be Rugby again. So what I'm going to do now is get the 1317 off here to Milton Keynes Central. 5-minute turnaround at Milton Keynes Central for a Banty West Coast service straight to Rugby. So hopefully we'd be there 10 minutes before it passes through. And plus we avoid Northampton as well. So I'm going to get this train now. Let's head to Milton Keynes Central for a quick turnaround. So we have now left Milton Keynes Central on the 1352 and Banty West Coast service to Rugby. This carries on to Bergen New Street. Now when this Pendio leaves Rugby at 14:15, 2 minutes later the Class 37 Caroline passes through Rugby at 14:17. So this, to be honest, is going to be a very close one.
Rugby.
So we have now made it back to Rugby, and there's some interesting things that happened on the train from Milton Keynes Central to Rugby. It's nearly 2:20 and the Class 37 Caroline has not passed through yet. That's because they got held up at Northampton. They looped them just after Northampton station near Kings Heath Depot. So in other words, I could get the next London North Western Railway service to the Trent Valley, and that's what I might do, to be honest, to see if I could try get it at a different location. To be honest, I decided to take the advantage of the situation and come back to Rugeley Trent Valley, especially before anything happens on the West Coast Main Line as well. So this will be the last location I shall get Caroline and the Class 37 passing through as they go back towards Crewe. They're running about less than 10 minutes early, but they are running early. So I'm going to head down to the end of the platform now and let's get Caroline and the Class 37 passing through Rugeley Trent Valley. So for something that was only planned 15 minutes before the O-Line 42 arrived to London Euston, it has really been enjoyable capturing that Class 37 and Caroline up and down the West Coast Main Line in 4 different locations as well. My original plan was to catch a diesel multi-unit. I think it was a ScotRail diesel multi-unit from Wolverton to Corker Hill, but unfortunately that path got cancelled. I'm glad I chased the Class 37 Caroline because it has really been an enjoyable day on the West Coast Main Line. So I'm going to put the playlist up of chases and races on screen. Feel free to have a browse through that. The people on screen now are YouTube channel members and Patreon supporters. Thank you for supporting the channel. I've been SimOnTrains. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the railway station for a new journey down the line.